on, IMMERI Associates and newbie potential partners. In fact, when Talatu told me about this, I was like, wow. They say when opportunity comes your way, you need to take it. So I had no excuse but to honor this invitation. So like Brian said, my name is Annor. I've been in the industry for the past 15 years, pioneered 2 big companies into Africa, mentored a lot of leaders in this industry in Africa. And here with IMMERI, an amazing company. I'm very happy to be with IMMERI. And I think that by the time we're done with this conversation, you guys would know why we are very happy and pleased with this company. Before I continue, let me just ask or crave your indulgence to ask just 2 things from you. The first thing that I want to ask from all my listeners tonight is that 1, you adapt a child mindset. I want everybody to adopt a child mindset this evening. Why do I say so? Because, imagine telling a story to your kids. Take it your 3-year-old, your 5-year-old. Look into the eyes of that kid. You would see eyes full of expectation, eyes full of curiosity, an open-minded personality with no fears and no judgments. So I just want you to be open-minded. Like they say, you can only use a parachute when it's opened. This entire presentation is only going to benefit you if you have an open mind. And I want you to also set your imaginations wild and picture what your life would be if all these things that we are going to talk to you about happens to you. I would also want you, for the second request, is that never settle. Many a time when people are invited to such opportunity calls, people tend to settle. Oh, I'm already doing something. Oh, my hands are full. So guys, life is full of adventure and exploration, okay? We never get finished until we exit. So I would just say that whatever decision that you take, it's in your control. Your life is in your hands. There could always be a fresh beginning. There could always be a fresh start. And then there could always be a new adventure. So even if you're doing something, see this as something new that I want you to be open to, so that at the end of the day, you will see that it was worth the while coming to listen to this call. Now, like Brian said, we're going to talk to you, share the story of the IMMERI opportunity. And for me, the word opportunity comes to me like a lifetime blessing in disguise. A lifetime blessing in disguise that must not be missed. I remember growing up, we used to hear that opportunity comes but once, but I know opportunity comes every other day. But here again, opportunity comes to those who are ready. So this is an amazing opportunity that when I saw, I quickly jumped to it. In fact, when I saw this opportunity, IMMERI was not even ready to open. I was the first person to go pay monies into the bank accounts, not seeing a product, but I had a very strong conviction, and my instincts told me this business was going to be very big and it was going to fly. So I just took that giant risk. So I'm telling you, this is an opportunity or a blessing in disguise that you don't have to miss. And like we say in business, every one of us is kind of engaged in one or the other business. And that's why we have this phrase that mind your own business. It means that somebody is doing something every day. But the question is, whatever you're doing, are you happy with what you are doing? Whatever you're doing, is it bringing you the needed results? Okay. So we are going to talk to you about a business that we are happy about, a business that is bringing us the needed results. And I know that by the time we are done, you would have a very compelling reason to say yes to this opportunity. The decision is solely in your hands. We're not here to convince you. We are here to inform you and educate you about this amazing opportunity. And in these times of COVID-19, we should all be looking at the post-COVID-19. How's the world going to be? The world is going to really change. And therefore, if you have that one job, I would just plead that you look at this opportunity to add it on, because there are some jobs that are going to suffer after COVID-19, but the industry that we are in is so resilient to recession, and it is always thrived whenever there's been recession. So the decision is in your hands. We're not going to really convince you, but we are just informing you, and we hope that you make a very informed decision. Now, people start a business basically with a why, okay? Many a time, people will start a business because an extra business because they want time freedom. I started network marketing because I was really bent out with corporate world, and I really wanted to have time with the family, okay? And it's been worthwhile. I mean, if you come home and you meet myself and my kids, you think I'm just a senior brother. Because of the time that I spend with them, I get to interact with them, I get to know their problems, they get to know my problems, and it's just an amazing family. But somebody would also want to do this because of maybe making more money, extra money, or donating to a cause, okay, that you intend to giving back to society, okay? So if that is your why, it's an amazing why, that emotion, that instinct, that appeal for helping humanity is an amazing one. Some would also want to maybe buy themselves a new house, okay, or get themselves pay a debt, okay. I mean, in this trying economic crunch, a lot of people are losing jobs. People are actually hanging on thin thread on debt. People are taking loans from banks, and they want to pay debt. So why not? That's also a very good decision for you to look at. Buy a new home or a new car, and live a very comfortable life, basically, which there's nothing wrong about if you live a very comfortable life. We are actually here on earth to express and live a comfortable life. Others would also want to travel and take away stress from their environment, and then explore new environments. And this actually brings back life to you, makes you feel younger, and then you're exposed, and then you get to know other cultures. So if all these are your whys, guys, I want to tell you that you have just found a way. IMMERI has a way. We are the way. And I would want you to really look seriously into this opportunity. Now, when you talk about IMMERI, it's an amazing company, like I said from the beginning. IMMERI is a direct selling company that deals in healthy products. I mean, these are tried and tested products that have scored amazing testimonies. And we also offer the opportunity for people to be financially free by sharing these products to their friends and loved ones. And there's one thing that we do. We engage our distributors in continuous growth, and then also we give back to society as a company what we have been blessed with. So this is the mission of the company, and this is a company that you are looking at. Now, we have core values. I mean, in every organization, when you go into every organization, there are core values. Yeah, call it the way of life. Here in IMMERI, our core values, basically sharing is rewarding. We believe that it's more blessed to share, okay? It's more blessed to give than to take or to receive. And then also we believe that once you partner with us, we have a responsibility and an obligation to see to your success, because without you being successful, we are not going to be successful as leaders and as a company. And then we also try and respect each other, love each other, and make sure that it's an amazing family. Even when toes are trampled upon, we try to make peace and go. I mean, get going, because like they say, the tongue and the teeth would always fight, but that doesn't mean they don't belong to the same body. So that these are core values. We try as much as possible to respect everybody that makes the decision to partner as our customers and our business partners. Next. All right, so then the question would be, maybe you'll be thinking, okay, so who are the guys steering the affairs of this company? You know, in every company, you want to see how solid it is. We respect you guys. We really appreciate your time on this call. And we would be very glad if you partnered with us. But yes, questions might be ringing in your mind that, is this really a solid company? Yes, I'd want to tell you that this is a very solid company. We have three captains that are really steering the affairs of this company. The first is Chairman and CEO, Mr. Lau Chongwan, who is a lawyer by profession. He has 25 years experience in the direct selling industry, and that should tell you that this man knows what he's about. And his expertise is in the area of operations. I mean, he's an operations management strategist. And one thing I love about this gentleman is he's so humble to the core. I mean, for people who have met him would attest that this gentleman is so humble and he has such an open and a good heart to just help humanity, write his name in the sands of time. So this is our CEO, and I can assure you that with this man steering the ship, we will definitely get to our destination. And he is supported by two other amazing gentlemen, our board of directors, Mr. Tan Kamfu, who is also uh, a business administrator by profession. He has an experience of 30 years in the industry, and his field of expertise is planning, implementation, and execution. Okay, so he also is in charge of the Asia region of our company, and then we have our own Mr. Yap Wan Yang, who happens to be the president of the Africa and Middle East region. He's also a lawyer and also has struck 30 years of experience in this industry. And guys, this man is a compensation plan expert. I mean, when it comes to pay plans in network marketing or in the MLM industry, I mean, he's also written his name. He has written several plans for several companies. And so when he decided to launch his company with Mr. Lau, you guys should understand what plan they were going to come up with. And like Brian would agree with me, this is an amazing plan, so fair, synergistic, everybody wins. And as we get along, you guys should know. So these are the three men coupled with other members of staff who are making sure that this IMMERI dream is on its course. Okay. So in the past 4 years, we have been able to get our footprints in 8 countries. And that should tell you that the company is growing. Okay, from 2016, it started in Malaysia, went to China, and Taiwan. Ghana was the first African country, and we are glad to have our Nigerian and Egyptian brothers also. And this should tell you that there's more room for growth on the continent. Next. Can you please skip, right? All right, in just 4 years, somebody would say, okay, so that sounds good. I mean, all what you guys are saying is good. So what do you have to show for it? Guys, in the past 4 years, we have recorded over $230 million in sales, which is huge when it comes to the industry. In 4 years, we have taken over 2,800 awardees to vacations. We currently have a membership of over 600,000 members, and then we have awarded brand new cars to over 650 distributors. Here in Africa, in just a year, we have awarded 3. So it should tell you that if your dream is to get a car, if your dream is to travel, guys, this is the way. This is the company, and you can't go wrong with this. Now, our vision is the opportunity that we provide, the unmatched compensation plan. And the business ownership that we give to distributors, or like I would like to call them partners, okay? So coming into this, you know that we are giving you an opportunity to be the best of yourself and also own a business. Now, our opportunity, I would say it's very simple, okay? It comes in 3 easy steps. In every opportunity, you want to look at the timing and positioning. You want to look at the trends, and then you want to look at the market potential, okay? When it comes to timing here in Africa, this business is just over a year, okay? It's just over a year. So we are in our formulation stage, and very soon we're going to be concentrated and hit up momentum, and then we stabilize. So if I were you, I wouldn't wait for the momentum stage, because in the momentum stage, everybody is talking to everybody. And you would be surprised that somebody goes talk to your daddy or your mommy and they've already registered for him to this opportunity. So I would say that take it whilst it's hot, now that it's building, and then come in at the formulation stage, and then build momentum with us. Because it is in the momentum stage that you are going to see a lot of the monies that you expect or your desires are going to be really met, okay? So most companies starting, I mean, like I said in my intro, I've pioneered 2 major companies, so I know how it is, okay? In your first 2 years, you're really building and trying to find your feet. Your 3rd year, momentum starts. But even with IMMERI, I can proudly say that in 1.5 years, we've gone past the 10,000 membership, and that should tell you that this is a company a lot of people are happy about. So I would urge that come join the big family and let's make your dreams come true. Next. Then when we look at the trends, today we know, and COVID-19 is actually confirming it, that we are shifting from the industrial age to the information age, where a lot of things are going to be done online. And here at IMMERI, we have a system, and a very amazing online system that actually you can actually do your business on. Free delivery and everything that would really facilitate and enhance your business. So we are up to date, okay? And after COVID-19, you guys are going to really understand why we are saying that we need to go online. Then when it comes to market potential, we are into the health and wellness industry, and that's a whopping $4.5 trillion market. Now, I mean, why wouldn't you be happy about having just a 0.00000% of this, you know? And for us as a company, we see that today, health and wellness is the basic foundation to life. I mean, COVID has taught us a lot, that it's not about having power, it's not about having money, it's all about having health and having a very strong immune system, okay? So if you're going into business and you just look at the figure, look at 4.5 trillion, that is huge. It's huge like an ocean, and we're all going to really benefit from, okay? So like I said, and I always say, you are in the right company, the right timing and positioning, the trend, and then a very huge market potential. So let's talk about our products. So currently we have 3 products registered here in Africa. We have the Vagine, which happens to be our flagship product. Okay, this is a female intimate gel. And then we have 2 other products which are functional foods. You want to call them your food supplements, but these are functional foods. They do more than what most supplements do, and I'm going to take you through that. All these products have been registered by the NAFDAC and also the FDA in Ghana and in Egypt. So when we look at these 3 products, like I already said in the last slide, you want to look at the market potential. Currently in Africa, we have a population of 1.3 billion, okay? 30.1 million in Ghana and 202 million in Nigeria. Out of that, you have a female population of 14.7 in Ghana and 99. Now, if we have to target our vagine, our female intimate gel product, just look at the numbers. We are looking at over 100 million potential customers. Okay, so that should tell you that the market size is big. And then when you come in, I mean, there's not going to be anything like saturation where you're not going to get somebody to patronize your products, okay? But looking at this figure and narrowing it down to our female population, there is a hinging problem that our women go through, okay? And that's why we need to talk to them about vagine. We need to be happy and crazy about vagine. Now, what are we talking about? There's a very high percentage of women in Africa, not only Africa, worldwide, who in a year would have one kind of vaginal problem, okay? But the most predominant is what you call the bacterial vaginosis. Now, this is a very unpleasant situation when it happens to a woman. And we can comfortably say 1 out of 3 women would go through bacterial vaginosis. And so vagine has come very handy to solve this problem for our mothers, for our wives, our girlfriends, our sisters, our daughters, okay? Now, what is bacterial vaginosis? It is when there's an imbalance of the good bacteria in the vagina, which we call the lactobacilli, and then the bad bacteria, anaerobes, and therefore the vagina is not able to self-cleanse itself, okay? And when the bad bacteria outnumbers the good bacteria, then you have all these problems. It comes with abnormal discharges, bad smelling, foul odor, uncontrolled itching, and the ladies who have gone through this would tell us that it's not a very comfortable situation. But is it because they don't take care of themselves? No. I mean, it's not a matter of poor hygiene. It's just a matter of an imbalance, okay, by the foods we eat and the way we take care of ourselves. It's not a sexually transmitted infection. And I mean, it's not a sexually transmitted infection. And like I've always said, every woman can get it. I mean, go to somebody's office, you go to somebody's house, you go to a hotel, a restaurant, you could pick up BV from there, okay? And more so, the thing a woman use, okay? Today, the world is selling us everything, okay? Habitual use. Some people are so used to using disinfectants and traditional medicines, okay? Antibiotics, vaginal washes and douches, and vaginal deodorants. You see, when you use these things, majority of them are chemical based. They're not natural. And so when you use these things, you tend to alter the pH of the vagina. Every woman with a healthy vagina must have a pH of 3.5 to 4.4. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the testers to test. But when there's an imbalance, you would know. And that is where all these things set in. So why wouldn't you use vagine? Because you wouldn't stop using your panty liners. You wouldn't stop using your pads that you use every 30 days. And all these are stopped with chemicals. So vagine comes in very handy for every woman, and no wonder we are scoring so many testimonies. So I like us to focus and see what vagine actually does. For me, I say that vagine brings a happy woman, and a happy woman brings a happy home. And I know the women on this call would really attest to it. A happy woman, a happy home. We the men, when our women are happy, the home is happy, because then she's able to do everything. When mommy is sick, the whole house is sick. So vagine brings the blissfulness, it brings the confidence back to our women who've been suffering all these issues for years. And basically, how does it do that? It does it in 3 things. It protects, it firms up and moisturizes, and then it also enhances sexual intercourse. So in its protection, when a woman uses vagine, it enhances the friendly bacteria or the lactobacilli, which are the main ingredients of the vagine. These are natural ingredients and they are very safe to use, okay? Therefore, it reduces infections and also enhances the self-cleansing. Many women say that, oh yes, the vaginal is self-cleansing. Yes, we agree to it. But the question is, so how come people get infections? It's just because of the reduced lactobacilli effect. You see, the more lactobacilli you have, the more the vaginal pH is normalized. Okay. Then continuous use of vagine also helps to repair the epithelial cells of the vaginal walls, thereby giving it that elastic effect, okay, or the tightening effect that we talk about. Vagine also has the ability to nourish the ovaries and the whole entire uterine system and the womb and everything like we know. And therefore, when your ovaries are nourished and they are enhanced, they begin to work effectively. And no wonder we are hearing testimonies of women who never saw their ovulation, women who never saw their menses, women who have been struggling with childbirth, now having to name children and happy because something has changed down there. So vagine is every woman's product, okay? Now improve sex life. It gives the fresh aroma, takes away all the itching and odor. For those who have used vagine, you can testify to it. You can go a whole day and you still feel very fresh. And then also it increases the pheromones excretions of a woman, making a woman look very beautiful and attractive to the partner. So this is basically what vagine does, okay? And it's an all-natural product. We have scored over 95% of happy customers. In fact, last year alone in Ghana, we did over 40,000 boxes of vagine. And I know Nigeria will do bigger than Ghana. So even if I'm even giving Nigeria another 40,000, look, we've done over 80,000 boxes of vagine. If a product was not that good, you wouldn't be able to sell that much. So I want us to give it up for vagine. It's an amazing product. Currently, we have no competition. It's safe to use. Every woman is happy about it. So I would encourage you, if you're on the call and you've never used vagine, after this call, go back to the person who invited you and then tell the person to give you a sample to use, or maybe buy one and use it and you know what we're talking about. You're going to come up with your story and that's going to get you to partner with us. So that is vagine for you, okay? Then we have other problems, which might be more serious, okay? I call it the silent killers of mankind. Today we are hearing about COVID-19. Everybody is focused towards COVID-19, but chronic diseases are killing people even more than this virus, okay? According to the World Health Organization and the CDC, the number one cause of death is heart disease. And it will just kill you without even announcing itself, okay? Diabetes, cancers, okay? I've lost a very dear one from cancer and I know what it feels. So guys, these products are not to treat, but they are to prevent. Like it's always said, prevention is better than cure. So why don't you prevent yourself? Now, it's been researched and it's been ascertained that disease is caused by two major things, okay? One is toxicity, cellular toxicity, and then two, cellular malnutrition, or the inability to nourish your cells. And today, let's look at our malls. Let's look at our shops. We are not eating for nourishment, guys. We are eating for entertainment. A lot of us are so used because of the lifestyle. If somebody eats real village food, you look at the person and you're like, I used to eating this food in this 21st century. Yes, because we want to eat our decorated foods with no fiber, with no nutrition, and that's what we are eating, and that's what we are giving to our kids. And you should go, why are malls springing up in every corner? Because the makers of these foods are making money. But guys, there's nothing like eating natural food. One thing I love about Nigerians is that Nigerians love to eat their natural food, okay? So we are introducing to you a natural product that is made from soy. It's a bioactive peptide. We call it Vitide. Simply means vitality with peptides. And this product actually enhances your natural healing, okay? Remember, whatever foods we eat, okay, especially the proteins, is supposed to build our bodies. It's supposed to give us the amino acids to build our bodies. But because of poor digestion, a lot of people don't even benefit from this, okay? It turns out to be putrefied and rot in the system. Now we are giving you a bioactive pure peptide that goes inside your system, needs no digestion, goes straight to your cells, gives you all the 17 essential amino acids. It vitalizes, it actually, it makes your cells active. What again don't you want? Okay, this is a product that actually makes sure that it inhibits cellular mutations, thereby protecting you from the cancers and all those kind of stuff. It makes sure that it feeds your cells with the right nutrients. It detoxes the cells, and then basically allows the body to naturally heal. So if you look at this product, it's a #1 immunity increaser. Okay, I call it the food for the cells, and then it's the golden essence of life. So here, when you take Vtide, it protects your cells, slows down your aging process. It regulates blood pressure. I don't want to go scientific, but it blocks the ACE receptors that causes that. Okay, and then also it restores your muscle and skin elasticity. So you're going to look younger and strengthen the muscles. If you're a guy, you know what I'm talking about. Eliminates fatigue, both physically and brain fatigue. And then it also helps in weight loss, okay? So this is a product. The key thing here is that it's bioactive. It means that when you take Vtide, you're not going to lose any. It's all going to go into the cells from the head to the toe. And it's one product that you see results instantly. Anybody who's used Vtide would attest to it. Take it like you have a headache. Do your sachet of Vtide, and in 5 minutes, you don't know where that headache is gone to. Okay, so this is a very powerful product, like we are saying, that works on the cells. Then my go-to product is the Advel, addition to wellness, like we call it. Now, like I said previously, many of us don't eat for nutrition today. Our children would even see cocoyam and they'll ask, what is this? We are so used to rice, and God knows why. Growing up, I ate rice once every year on Christmas Day. I drank Coke on Christmas Day. We're eating root food like yams and cocoyam and cassava. We're eating fresh from gardens, okay? And we never got sick. And you should go to your village and see how the village people eat. But today, why is somebody getting high blood pressure, diabetes at 25 years? It's all because of the things that we put into our system, okay? But can we stop people from putting stuff into their system? No. The world has become too sophisticated. So we have a product that helps. It's a digestive enzyme. And what a digestive enzyme basically does is that it helps to break down the carbohydrates, the proteins, and the oils or lipids that you take, okay? Now, it has the enzymes of amylase, protease, and lipase. That does this work. It's also been fused with antioxidant enzymes and then a fibrinolytic enzyme that helps to thin the blood and prevents blood clotting. So when you take Advel, these are the benefits you're going to get. One, included in Advel is what you call a prebiotic, which goes to enhance the probiotic effect in your gut. Guys, everything starts from our stomach. Some will call the stomach the second brain, okay? There is a receptor in your stomach that links to your brain. So if you have issues with your stomach, definitely you're going to have issues with your brain. You're not going to be functioning very well, okay? And then it has been infused with this prebiotics that is full of lactobacilli. Guys, many a time we say that we have tens of trillions of cells, okay? It says our cellular structure, we are all cells, a bundle of cells, and there are about 10 trillion cells in our body. But I want to tell you, there are about 100 trillion bacteria, viruses, and fungi in our bodies too. They outnumber 10 times the number of cells we have. So you can imagine, in the gut, so many bacteria. We have the good bacteria and we have the bad bacteria. Now, when you take Adwell, you are proliferating your gut, your stomach, with good bacteria called lactobacilli. Now, when this happens, you're going to get very good gut health. It's going to boost your immune system because your whole immunity starts from your gut, okay? So by using Adwell, it improves your intestinal health, which is paramount for every human being. It cleans the gut, and it also has anti-inflammatory effects. We know that most all diseases starts with an inflammation, okay? And therefore, when you use Adwell, it helps. It prevents blood from clotting. So people who have issues with cardiovascular issues, when they use this, it helps them. The only caveat here is that before you give Adwell to somebody on who has a blood clotting problem, ask if they are on a blood thinning medication. Okay, since this is not a drug, there's not going to be any interaction, but it means that the Adwell would have to be used judiciously. Don't use it like somebody who is not using a blood thinning because it could further thin the blood, okay? So you want to take care of that. It also prevents cancer because cancer basically is cellular, it starts from cellular miscommunication, cells mutate, and how would cells miscommunicate because they are all toxin filled. The whole stomach gut lining is full of debris of bad parasites and bacteria, and therefore once you use Adwell, it helps to clean, take you away from constipation, and then also increases your metabolism. So you're going to be functioning like a new car. Okay, so I know many of us at our age would want to function like we're 10 or 15 years younger. I mean, that is everybody's desire. So once you use these products, you're going to be functioning at a very efficient, stage. So it increases the absorption of your food, thereby making sure that the right nutrition, the right nutrients gets to the cell, to the smaller intestines, and then helps flush the colon where all the trouble starts. And once you're done, it will help you also lose your weight. One thing I know about Adwell is that for people who have cholesterol issues, a box of Adwell a month could easily decrease your cholesterol load down to 17%. And this is sure tested and tried by the company, and it's documented. So there are a lot of people suffering from cholesterol issues, pressure issues, indigestion, anything that happens in the gut. I'm telling you, we've used this product, we've tried, we've tested it, and nothing comes close to it. 3 days ago, I went to a friend's home, and I mean, like I said, you've eaten, but you want to entertain yourself a little, so I cut a piece of cake in her refrigerator, and after I started feeling funny in my stomach, and I was just running. So quickly, when I came home, I just did my Adwell, and I mean, within minutes, I had this amazing relief. So this product is for everybody who has gut problems, and I'm telling you, you'll never be disappointed recommending Adwell or Vitite or Virgin to your customers or your friends and family. So these are the products that we have here in IMMERI. Amazing products, a lot of testimonies. They are safe to use. They've been prepared with green and natural materials, and they've been prepared with conscience in mind, meaning that, and I mean, amazing quality. So if you're hearing of these products and you've been told about it, guys, I'm telling you, it's big for us. So imagine how many people you could recommend Virgin to. Imagine how many people you could talk to about Adwell. Imagine how many people you could talk to about which is an super anti-aging product. And this should tell you about the market and the business potential. So I'm very happy that you guys have listened to this presentation of mine, and I'd want to handle the mic back to Brian, because I have an amazing personality. This amazing woman is going to be taking us through the business. We met in Ghana, and she has so much composure, a lady of a lady, and I'm so proud to be knowing her as a business partner. So thank you very much, Brian, for the opportunity, and I'll take questions after all is done.
Wow, Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew, aka Godfather. That was a great presentation. I must confess that each time I hear about IMMERI, be it the product, be it the compensation plan, it usually boosts my confidence more on the business. And this tells me that, and it keeps reminding me that I'm in the right place, I make the right decision, and it gives me reason to even go on further because we are only getting stronger and it's getting better by the day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the honor to share with us on this platform. I will go straight to show you what IMMERI can offer you in case you're looking for another way to earn extra income. But before I do that, permit me to welcome all the great and mighty people on the call. I'm seeing a lot of great leaders, and I was like, wow. So everybody doesn't get tired of hearing this. In a day, we have like 3-4 different presentations daily, and you see these leaders on this call, you see them on another call to tell you that we love what we do. Thank you very much. I will turn off my video so I can focus better. All right. The compensation plan. What is in it for me if I should join IMMERI? When I saw the opportunity the first time, the only thing I was interested in is not even the products. Don't get me wrong, the products are the reason we have the business. But for me, I needed extra income. I needed something that will add to what I'm already doing. I needed something that will get me to where I am really going. So my interest was in, let me see the compensation plan. Then I will now take a look at the product. When I see that there's something much for me here, then I know that so far as the products are good and safe, I am good to go. So for me, this was where I started my own IMMERI presentation from. And I learned that, wow, IMMERI have 12 ways. 12 ways that they pay their distributors. For the first time, I was like, how is it? How is it broken down? And I'm going to show you this in a bit. When you share the IMMERI product line or the income opportunity, or you share both, you get rewarded in 12 different ways. One is the sponsor bonus, team bonus. We also have up to the house reward. Now in IMMERI, there are 2 different ways you can build this business. You can choose to do it on the retail aspect, or you can choose to do it on the team building aspect. And you can also decide to do both. Should you want to focus on the products? I was telling somebody, I said, I've been with different companies. This is the first time I'm in a company that I don't struggle to sell products. Sometimes we'll be asking on the forum, please, who has Virgin? Who has Vitide? Who has Adwell? I was discussing with Madam Alheri just 2 days ago how somebody was on her neck to get Vitide. And she was like, the products I have is for somebody. Even though they are doing delivery, but you know how it is. How everybody don't want to stay without having products. So let him just wait since his products will arrive on Tuesday. And luckily he got his product delivered. So one good thing about it is when you have this product, the market is not the problem, especially because the product speaks for itself. Testimonies roll in every day. So if you want to focus on the product aspect, you can make between 30 to 50% retail profit each time you sell the products. A case study we have here is, let's say you get started on the agency package. And what you need to get started on the agency package is 295,930 naira. That gives you 20 boxes of Virgin at a member price. You'll be getting it at new distributor price of 14,797 naira. And the recommended retail price, which is the price you should sell at, is 20,124. So when you sell your 20 boxes of Virgin at 20,124, you make a profit of 5,327 naira per box. That means on this 295 that you get registered with IMMERI, it gives you products and it also enables you to earn a profit of 106,540 naira as profit. Should you come back to buy again, that means you're restocking. using the same 295,930, instead of getting 20 boxes of virgin this time, you're going to have 28 boxes of virgin. Why is it so? Because once you get registered at the agency package, you're entitled to 30% lifetime discount. That means even if you're buying just a box of virgin, you're entitled to that 30% discount. So this time you're getting 28 boxes as against 20 boxes because of the 30% discount. That means you're getting it at a price, that means existing distributor price of 10,569 naira. Now you're going to sell at the retail price of 20,124. That means on a box now, instead of making 5,327 naira, you're making 9,555 naira per box. Imagine this as a monthly earning. That means if you remove 295,930, which is the cost or the capital from what you have sold so far, you discover that you have made a profit of 267,540 naira. That's about 90% profit. Ladies and gentlemen, where can you get this in any business that does not require you to have a store, running cost, staff, or even think of any risks? That is why lockdown or whatever, we are still in business. That's why we're still getting product shipped, because we are so lucky to position ourselves with the company that have seen the future. Delivery is ongoing now and free of charge using FedEx. Imagine you position yourself here. When people are complaining, you only be saying, Father, thank you that I was already here at the right time. Next slide. So let's look at the order system. Next slide, sir. Now, the way we earn from the team building system is, remember I said you can do both, right? Once you get registered, you start sharing the opportunity and sharing the product knowledge. That way you can do both and earn from both ways. But should you be focusing on this other part of the business, which for me seems bigger, not seems, is bigger, gives a bigger reward. You can earn direct and indirect bonus. That means you're earning from your own activity and from the activity of the people that you have introduced in the business. This is where leveraging comes in. John Paul Getty said, I would rather choose to earn 1% of 100 people effort than 100% of my own effort. That's leveraging, and that's what the rich people do. So imagine you get started. Out of the millions of people in Nigeria, and you're able to bring at least minimum of 3 to say yes to IMMERI. Sometimes I would like, I just need 3 people that knows 3 people, and that's all. What's so hard about it? And should I have people with my kind of mindset, then we are in for something huge, something massive. So when you're able to get at least 3 people, you get paid directly on 5%, any of the amount they decide to start the business with, either classic or agency package. If these 3 people should introduce their own 3 people again, that means you're earning on the second level, which is what we enjoy in IMMERI. You're earning from the people you know and the people they know. This already gives you the opportunity to earn from 12 people. And among these 12, you know only 3. This is just the first way we earn in IMMERI. So should you have more than 3, you keep multiplying. So when you bring in somebody that starts at the agency package, the 5% you earn is 14,796. And if you bring somebody on the classic, the 5% you earn is 2,960 naira. Next slide. So in IMMERI, we have a board system, a synergistic board breaking system that gives you team bonus. And when we talk about synergy, we're talking about collaboration. So this is where we work as a team. I remember a mentor coaching me in this industry some years ago. He said, it's only in networking that we experience the true power of team. Some come with money, some come with connection, some come with talent, some come with nothing but their hunger for success. Now in IMMERI, we have 3 easy steps where you can earn. Step 1 is when you join, you get on a board where everyone works together to recruit the board until it gets full. And we have a board system that consists of 15 tasks. So on every board, there are usually 7 people at the top. These are existing members that have registered with IMMERI. And below it, we have 8 empty space for new members that will join. So should you decide to get started today, after this call, you're coming into the board at any of these empty space, depending on where you meet the board. So let's say, for example, your name is Beverly, or Anna, or Chisom, or Ugochi, and you introduce 4 people into IMMERI. Maybe a superstar like J Mama. These 4 people you're bringing are Harry, you're bringing your friend, and then, or let's say your friend is Beverly, who introduced you. Now, Beverly introduced Harry, she introduced you, she introduced Jack, and she introduced Kim. The next is L now, who is in the board, who is also an existing member before the new people start coming in, brought in 1 person who happens to be Lisa. And then you now bring in the remaining 3 that fill up the board. So you see, instead of the 7 people filling up the board, even new members are free to fill up the board. And that's why when you're smart enough, once you get into the board, check the position and take advantage of whatever it is. Because once you break out as the elite, you get to earn the most money. So each time a board splits, the system identifies 2 people with the highest number. That means in this case, remember we had Beverly and then you. So 2 people with the highest number will automatically become leaders. We call it elite here because they are the ones to take the next position. Because usually, once there's a board, the person in the first line, that means the person occupying the first task is usually called the elite. That's the leader of the board. And he makes the most of the money. Next, sir. So the person in the elite position makes the most money as the board gets full. And once the board gets full, it will split up so that new leaders will emerge. So remember, when it's splitted, we had Adam as the leader of the board. And because Beverly and you had the highest number, she brought in 4 and you brought in 3. So by positioning, Beverly is taking group A1 and you are taking the leadership of group A2. So the moment the board gets full, you will now be promoted, just like Adam was promoted to another rank. So as an elite, when your new board gets full, you rank advance automatically. You are promoted to the new rank, and we call it the executive. From executive, you get promoted to the manager board, and from there, you are out to becoming a director. So once your board gets full, and the magic is all you need, at least minimum of 3 people. Sometimes we just 2. That means if everybody on the board is active. So as you begin your IMMERI business, as an independent business associate, you can realize rewards very quickly. Let's say, for example, out of the 30 million people we have in Ghana and over 200 million that we have in Nigeria, imagine with this lockdown now that everybody is home. Imagine the population we're going to have after COVID-19. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you, Mr. Talatu, loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Okay. So when you find 3 associates and you're earning from those 3 associates 5%, that gives you 44,388 naira. Imagine as you're getting 3 people, you're able to sell even if it is just 2 boxes of virgin, that means you're having at least 2 customers to buy from you. That gives you additional money, 8,880 naira. That is a total of 53,000 naira. Before you even break out from the board to becoming a lead associate. So when you teach them to do what you just did, because it's about duplication, and bring you into the business, it is now my responsibility to teach you all that I know, because I want you to grow. I don't mind you making more money than me. That's the system. It's only in other companies that when people you bring in are making more money than you, you get threatened because you will lose all of that entitlement. In IMMERI, it is not like that. So when they do what you did, you are now going to become executive. You're breaking out of your board because more people are coming in to occupy the space and push you out to the rank of executive. And that will give you a total earnings of at least 231,400 naira minimum. You can earn more on the executive. As you become executive, you can earn more. That's apart from the sponsor bonus and any other thing you make from the sale of your product. Next slide. So the path to success here in IMMERI is very fun. It's very simple. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Once you get started from the first board, which is lower than the associate board, which is called the pre-associate board. On that board, you can start with less than 295, which is 59,200. Once you break out from that board, you earn promotion bonus of 11,837 naira. That's apart from sponsor bonus you will earn from the people you bring. Then that promotes you automatically without having to pay any money to upgrade. In IMMERI, upgrade is free. So you get moved to the rank of associate. That means you're on the same path with those that started with 295, 930. The only thing is you work your way up by introducing people so you can move out of that board to their own board. So once you break out from the associate board, you earn 231,480 naira. So for you to become an executive, you've earned more than that. And then when you break out from the executive board, you earn 2,318,400 naira. Once you break out from executive board, you're now becoming a manager. So on the manager board, if you break out again, you're earning nothing less than 23,184 naira. Actually, you earn more. This is the minimum you can earn. And then locally, we have leaders that earn far, far more than that on the call this evening. So imagine your way through the path that success. Get on the board, get at least 3 people, and then get them to do exactly what you have done by teaching them. There's power in duplication. Duplication is actually the magic here. That's why we have students doing better than their teachers. So when they do better, the teacher is proud. That was my boy. That's my boy. So imagine you bring people that are doing more than you. They'll always appreciate you. And I'm grateful to my upline, Madam Eunice Akalegbere, the mama with the dollars, and she's on this call. Now, residual income in IMMERI. We have many other bonus, but because of time, we won't be able to be detailed with you about every other thing. But the other income we earn here is what we call, when I heard about it the first time, they say consumption bonus. I say, wow. So as they chop, they earn again. Just like you going to buy more products and the company is paying you for buying again, even as an existing distributor. You're going to buy, enjoying discount, and at the same time, getting paid 5% commission on that which you buy. And when the people you introduce do the same, you still earn while they earn. And here in IMMERI, you can earn up to 10 levels deep. So let's say, for example, you have built a team of 100 members. At the end of the month, if they order, you're going to earn, this is just outside any other bonus. This is where the residual income is. You're going to earn 51,000 naira. Should you build up to 500 members, your income should be between 259,000 naira and above. This is just monthly residual income. Should you build up to 2,000 members, you can earn above 1 million. What if you have up to 10,000 members, you can earn above 5 million. These are the kind of income leaders in Nigeria and Ghana are already benefiting from. Next slide. We also have car rewards. In IMMERI, once you qualify to the rank of director, as you're cashing out that 23 million naira, a car worth 5.7 million naira is given to you. Not on any conditions or any terms, free of charge. So should you have tests like our Dr. John Mukoro, you can go for something far higher than that. Besides, you've made so much money from different ways we earn. We also have leadership bonus, which you can earn far, far more than what you're seeing here. So when you become a 3-star director, you qualify for the second car again. And what makes you 3-star director is if you have at least 3 people under you that have also become directors. You earn the second car worth 11.5 million naira. In IMMERI, you can travel the world without having to worry about spending money again, without having to convert dollars, without having to convert cedis, without having to convert any form of currency. IMMERI takes care of your travel once you get to the rank of elite manager and above. All expense paid trip vacations. I look forward to many more of this, and a lot of our leaders have benefited from this. Next slide. Wow. This is one part I love about the business. Imagine getting a penthouse in Malaysia worth over $300,000 with 10 years multiple visa entry as my Malaysian second home visa. Should you want to remain with your village people, the company will still give you at least $150,000 to build a mansion anywhere of your choice. Maybe you want to go and build in Ondo or Ibadan or Imo. So it's either you choose the penthouse in Malaysia worth 108 million naira, or you collect cash 54 million naira to build a mansion anywhere of your choice. So these are the options, and this happened to be the last reward we have in IMMERI. Now, we talk about business ownership. I've been a civil servant. I've worked with the state government as an accountant. I've seen my directors retire into rented apartments. I've seen them retire broke, sick, and unable to take care of their own medical bills. I've seen my directors retire poor and wretched. And each time I go to the office, being an accountant, you dress corporate. My colleagues will tell me, oh, TLT, this office doesn't suit you. You belong to the bank. I said, you guys are not serious. What's in the bank? I don't think I belong in the bank. I belong somewhere far better than the bank. So when my eyes got open to this industry, 2013, I think I asked the most questions that day at the hall. I learned that you can get a car, brand new, not Tokumbo. You know, in Nigeria, they will say second new. There's nothing like second new. It's either it's new or old. So I was like, if I can do this business and get a brand new car, please, I am in. And the first thing that attracted me was the car. So when I share an opportunity, I tell people, what is it you want to do with money? Attach it to this goal, and you have a reason to fly. 7 months into the business, I got my brand new car. And they asked me, what's the car I wanted? I went for Ford Escape 2013 model. They said, why did you choose Ford Escape? I said, because I have escaped from poverty. So each time they see me, what they call me is escape from poverty. You must have a reason. You must know your why in this business. So as you're joining IMMERI, join with a mission. Be your own boss. You work at your own pace. You determine what time you wake up from bed. My mentor, Brian Lee, was saying the other day that he's not a morning person because he's in the industry that allows him to work at his own pace. You can choose to wake up 10 o'clock when the hold up is cleared in Lagos. And you can choose to go back home 10 p.m. when all the noise is off the street. You work at your pace. You can choose to work from home just like we're enjoying it right now. Many businesses are being locked down, but we are still open. We're still in business. It works. All you need to do is to leverage this opportunity. You can become an IMMERI associate and enjoy the unlimited potential your business has to offer. In IMMERI, we have a lot of benefits. One is real-time bonus. Once you get started and you're able to introduce one person, any activity you do, you get paid that very moment, real time. As long as the person is signing up, go check your board, you will see money there in points. So should you want to earn and withdraw immediately, you get your alert minimum 24 hours. Team bonus. Once you have one person on the associate board, you enjoy team bonus. That means with one person on the associate board, you start earning from other people's effort. Anytime somebody joins the board, because you have one person, you earn. If you have two, you earn more than the person that have one. And should you have three, that's when you break out as a leader. No monthly volume targets to maintain. In IMMERI, you don't have to worry about, I need to buy every month. No, buying here is optional. And because they make it optional, they know that they have a great product. We keep buying and buying and buying because no one wants to stay out of products. I remember the other day, Foster was saying that he has to buy products from an existing member just to keep his customers, no mind whether he makes profit or not. That's the beauty of the system. Not the kind of business where you join, you must buy every month and they give you a certain target. Imagine you're earning 200,000 and you have to buy products worth 100,000 every month. You end up working for the company, and if you're not able to sell, another month comes, you buy again. Your house becomes a mini warehouse. If you're not careful, they expire in your hands. For IMMERI, you always look forward to buying. No flushing of points. Other companies, if you don't get to utilize the points within a certain limit of time, you lose those points. I've been with a company, Binary. They said daily registration timeline. Should one leg, which is weaker, do an activity than the leg which is stronger, it will go and flush out that strong leg. Then you will not be left with the weak leg now as your strong leg, and you start building afresh. When it happened one day, I didn't eat, I lost my sleep. I was sad because I lost millions of naira worth of points in that activity. Here in IMMERI, if you leave your points for years, you come back and see them, and that's real cash for you. So no leg balancing, you don't have to worry about that. No compulsory monthly authorship, like I said earlier. No monthly quotas to maintain a rank. There are companies that if you don't grow an activity that maintains that your current rank, you earn below the rank. So people call you diamond, people call you manager, people call you whatever, but deep within you, you are sad because you know you're earning far below that title. So it becomes audio money. Immediate payment to your bank account, I said that earlier, and then you earn direct and indirect bonus. Imagine getting paid from other people's activities. The day I became a manager, they paid my upline 575,000 naira. She called me, she said, hey, my baby, well done, thank you, God bless you. You know, she was just greeting and thanking me. I said, this one that mommy is thanking me. For earning my own money, I just earned over 2 million naira for becoming a manager. This man is thanking me. I should be thanking her for showing me the business. Then later, I remember that she just earned leadership bonus of over 500,000. So that's the beauty of the system. And that's why we say with IMMERI, everybody earns. Everybody wins. You enjoy true car reward incentive, and you also enjoy travel reward incentive, and then the house reward incentive. Right now, people have their neighbors. My neighbor is J Mama. She's my neighbor in Malaysia. I also have NAFDAC and FDA approval on all of our products. Now, in getting started, there are 3 different options. One is the classic package. If you can't afford to start on the associate package, then you can consider the classic package. We have people who have started from the classic, and they have become managers, and some will be sharing their experience very soon. So if you start on the classic package, it will cost you 59,200 naira. If you start on the agency package, 295,930 with a 30% lifetime discount. If you start on any of the wholesale package, which starts from 739,000 to 2.9 million, you enjoy 50% lifetime discount, and you also enjoy 20 to 50% rebate at the initial purchase. Next slide. So in IMMERI, we have support system. You can see faces of happy people all over Ghana, Nigeria. We're now in Egypt. We are growing. And with IMMERI, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You tune into key training and support programs, marketing materials. We have video tools that you can use to share the opportunity with your prospects. We also have video tools that you can use to train yourself, and a lot of other materials coming in. We also do business presentations like what we are having here, both online and offline at the office and different points. We also have our IMMERI Growth University coming up very, very soon. I just thought of it the other day and I was just wow. I said, imagine having to receive calls from people. How do I do this? How do I do this? IMMERI said, we're taking that headache off our leaders so that when they sign in new people, those new people can access self-help on their own. I use this as a selling point to somebody and he was like, wow, then I think your company is ready for business. I said, the headache is with managing people when your team starts growing sometimes. But imagine having people that can do things on their own. All you will do is once in a while, you refresh your board and then you see people, and that is big money for you. So the success breeds success here. We have leaders who are even on this call tonight. This is one of our top leaders in Africa. Our very own Reverend Daniel Sepe is a very passionate leader. Even at this point, he still prospects. He tuned into almost every presentations and trainings. He started just like you're about to get started. And when I attended the anniversary, January in Ghana, I was right there when his car was presented with a check of his earning of over $100,000. And he said his goal is to make at least $1 million, I think in 36 months or thereabout. Imagine. And he's sure to have it with IMMERI. We also have a very powerful leader. We call him the Prince of IMMERI. He's also a director. I was there in Ghana when his car was presented to him. He has earned over $120,000. That's over 40 million naira. What if you can make that in 2-3 years? I think it's still good. I left government work 2013 when I saw this opportunity. And I think just last month, I was asking one of my colleagues, I said, how much is your salary now at our own level? She said 86,000 naira. I said, God, imagine I'm still a civil servant. Imagine I'm still at that level. So when the salary is not enough, what makes us think that the pension will be enough? The next person we have on the car reward is our very own Dr. John Mukoro. In 10 months, he has earned over $75,000 with a brand new car. He's our first director in Nigeria, and we are having more in line, including myself and including anybody that wants to queue in for this level. So we have a lot of success stories in just limited time. IMMERI is not up to 2 years in Africa, but look at the results. A lot of people have earned in big cash. So if it is happening for us, man, what makes you think it won't happen for you? It will definitely happen for you. Thank you very much. I want to drop the mic here. Thank you very much, sir. Get started today and let's keep rolling. Nice having you all on the call.
Thank you so much, Mr. Talatu Bwai. Amazing presentation, along with Mr. Andrew Annor Apo. Such a wonderful, wonderful, warm, and very enthusiastic presentation. You know, as Mr. Talatu Bwai and Mr. Apo have said, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Don't miss out on this opportunity to really position yourself. I hope you get the picture. For all of our guests that are listening in and paying attention to this presentation, I hope you get the message. We have amazing products. We have an amazing compensation plan, which makes this an incredible opportunity. And even when you get started, when you make the decision to get started, we have a system. You see, we have a system here of success. We know what to do in order to give you the script to be successful. We say, number 1, you build a list. Build a list of 10 people who care about the needs of others and 10 people who are looking to generate income. Then communicate with each contact individually. You make a phone call or you send them a text message in order to give them the information about IMMERI, and then tell the story. You can tell the story as we have been doing using the Zoom platform. There are